Thousands of residents of the Iranian capital Tehran are fleeing their homes and stockpiling essential supplies for fear that Israel's airstrike campaign against longtime foe Iran will escalate in the coming days. Residents began to flee Tehran and head towards the countryside on Sunday as Israeli attacks on the Iranian capital escalated, with bombs raining down on residential and government buildings alike. The ferocity of the Israeli assault caught Iran's citizens and government by surprise, as Israel's jets flew with virtual freedom over Iranian skies. While Iranian missiles flew towards Israel, its military seemed incapable of stopping Israeli attacks. There were scenes of chaos on Tehran streets as residents rushed to buy food amid bombings before shops shut. While residents queued for fuel, or for cash at ATMs, a sense of panic began to spread as the strikes were joined by car bombings, reportedly targeting Iranian nuclear scientists. People struggled to contact their loved ones as Iran's mobile phone network failed, giving only sporadic coverage. The Israeli military has warned Iranian civilians in a series of messages to leave some areas for their own safety, raising the prospect of a widening barrage of aerial attacks. Arabic spokesman for the Israel Defense Forces, Lieutenant Colonel Avichai Adri has published a stark warning to Iranian civilians, urging immediate evacuation from areas near military production sites and associated infrastructure. This is an urgent warning to those who are currently or will be in the near future at any weapons manufacturing facilities in Iran and their associated sites. For your safety, we ask you to evacuate the premises immediately and not return until further notice, he wrote. Experts said Israel's attack had come at a critical point for the Iranian government, which has been rocked by protests in recent years and by a deepening economic crisis. Prices of food and other essential goods have rocketed over the past year as the Iran's currency, the rial, rapidly depreciated. Trump quickly signed an executive order after retaking office in January that tightened sanctions against Iran, choking off oil exports from the already beleaguered economy. Recall, U.S. President Donald Trump called for an exodus from Tehran in a major escalation to the Iran-Israel conflict which was entering its fifth day. Iran should have signed the deal I told them to sign. What a shame, and waste of human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Trump said in a post on Truth Social. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran, he added.
Readers of the American newspaper New York Post commented on Iran's strikes on Tel Aviv in response to the IDF attack on the Islamic Republic. In particular, it is claimed that the building of the General Staff of the Israel Defense Forces suffered significant damage. Israel's army headquarters were hit after the Islamic Republic of Iran fired a barrage of rockets into central Tel Aviv on Friday night, causing significant damage to the Jewish equivalent of the Pentagon, writes New York Post. The position of many commentators who write that Israel attacks only military targets and Iran strikes indiscriminately literally reproduces the manuals of the Ukrainian conflict with the corresponding division of the parties. However, skeptical assessments of users are occasionally heard. The comments are presented selectively. The opinions shown belong only to the authors on the site. Frankly, both sides should have suffered so much damage by now that they would have to stop this. Comments a certain The Twilight Zone. Israel is like Japan, celebrating victory after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Notes Jiminy Hendricks. Israel did not celebrate victory. They said they expected a response. This is not for one day, responded to John Drake's previous comment. Israel can't stop until there's a change of power in Iran. Anything less is pointless. Simple math. Iran sends 100 missiles. Israel sends 1,000 back. And yes, to cover costs, Trump also needs to start talking about claims to individual oil fields in Iran. Justice suggested. Ballistic missiles launched by Iran but courtesy of Russia. Pay them back, please, writes Low Country 1. The Iron Dome is designed to repel short-range missile attacks, and it is not enough for full-fledged ballistic missiles. When attacking, Israel uses other, more advanced systems. But if you have seen the footage, you must understand that it is difficult to shoot down more than 100 missiles at once. Lucky Craft explained. Great, Israel. Trump seems to be in league with Netanyahu. What the hell is America first? Israel first? They are no better than the people they attacked and are killing now. Just more cunning and connected to powerful organizations around the world. User KD reasoned. Oh wow, what a day. And Netanyahu ran away to Greece. The coward will see, says the user with the nickname Alpha Male.
Iran's state-run news agency said Monday that its governmental television station abruptly stopped a live broadcast after Israeli strike. During a live broadcast, the sound of an explosion could be heard as the news presenter hurried off camera amid dust and debris wafting in the air. According to Associated Press, Israel had issued a warning to evacuate the area of Iran's capital where the TV studios are located an hour earlier, ahead of impending Israeli strikes. Shortly before dawn on Monday, Iran had fired a new wave of missile attacks on Israel, triggering air raid sirens across the country as emergency services reported at least 8 killed and dozens more wounded. It's the fourth day of a conflict between the regional foes began when Israel attacked Iran over Tehran's nuclear program. The tit-for-tat attacks between Israel and Iran escalated over the weekend, raising fears of a wider, more dangerous regional war.
و نفرت رژیم صهیونیستی از صدای حقیقت، شعله ور شدن آتش اطلاع رسانی مردان و زنانی که آگاهانه در راه خبر پا نهادند. این ستون دود، این شعله های آتش، سوختن حقیقت، سوختن صدای آزادی بیان است که توسط رژیم منحوس صهیونیستی هدف قرار گرفت. زنان و مردان بیگناهی که عاشقانه در راه خبر پا نهادند